Hi guys, welcome to the Bookbinders. I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Sarah, and today we're doing Did You Know There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard, title track off of Lana Del Rey's new album. Yeah, I just said the title, so I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah. Title track.
Yeah,
Finally.
Same thing. Well, shall we start with some context on...
Yeah.
We have to do like first impressions and one
Oh, yeah,
and stuff, and then we'll get more into context.
First impressions?
Well, it was the first song I listened to off of this album.
Me too.
And I mean, it was the first song that came out, so I was...
There were frantic WhatsApp messages.
Yeah, there were frantic WhatsApp messages, but I feel like it wasn't like as exciting as A&W.
A&W was like...
So good.
This one, I remember being... not like... It was off-putting the like breath at the beginning.
Yeah. And then I remember listening to the beginning, I was like, oh, I like want Charlotte to play this in orchestra now. It's like... I think I messaged you at some point. I was like, oh yeah, Charlotte, you should play this in orchestra.
I wonder if they have an arrangement.
Yeah, you should. If so, you should. You should just be like, oh yeah, this is from composer Lana Del Rey. 2023? Yeah, 2023, right?
March, right?
March. And, I mean, it's a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, like, the first few times listening to it, I really liked it, but it kind of gets a little bit old. Now that, like, we've listened to all the other songs compared...
It's not my favorite.
Yeah, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible. It has a lot of depth.
There is one line that I remember the first time I heard it, I was just like, wow.
Oh, no, like this third verse, Harry Nilsson has a song, his voice breaks up too.
I remember you messaged me that.
Yeah, I love that verse so much. I think but I mean, obviously there are dog lines. There are a few, like, doggish kind of lines.
we're just
dog
lines now.
Dog lines. So watch our previous videos to understand the joke that we're talking about.
In the chorus, the whole like, okay, not the F me to death part. That one's like, but the love me until I love myself. That was the one that I listened to the first time. I was like,
yeah, I remember looking at the lyrics with my friend back in November while we were sitting in like a random class, and like we had talked for like the first time. Because she referred to me as the Lana Del Rey girl. And she's like, oh yeah, you're the Lana Del Rey girl, right? And then we started like going on to Google, like, oh, Lana Del Rey's new album, when is it coming out? And then we found the lyrics for this song, and she looked at the like F me to death part, and she's like, oh. And I was like, also,
I love that the viewers can't hear the eyes.
Yeah,
the eyes are just so...
the eye movements. I just did like...
Those were such Tamara eyes.
Shout out to our friend Tamara. She has the coolest expressions ever. Alright, so... one words, right?
Yes, one word.
Okay. I feel like this is just like, for me... I want to say "Don't Forget Me," but
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, or like change, or darkness. Are you okay?
I think I bruised my finger on something. But yeah.
Do you want a Band-Aid?
No, it's okay. Did I punch something? Pew pew. I didn't punch something. We know people who punch things, but I don't.
No people to punch. So are we gonna go with like "Don't Forget Me," or I mean, I feel like change is also an element in mine. I don't know. I feel like we might have the same analysis. This one was like straightforward, but a lot to analyze as well.
Yeah, I sort of got that.
Yeah.
Don't Forget Me, definitely. Home. Like root home.
Yeah, kind of. A little bit home, like slightly.
Time travel.
I did not see
metaphorical time travel, not like
metaphorical time travel, if you say so, Charlotte.
Not like Rose.
Okay, we won't spoil anything.
It's metaphorical time.
Metaphorical time travel. I mean, anything else we should go over before we get into TV cast title?
I don't think that's what we usually do at the beginning, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
TV cast.
At least we didn't have an 8-minute long intro. 5 minutes, I guess. Did you know... Well, I don't want to repeat the title again.
Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard?
Let's talk about Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard.
So what's Ocean Boulevard?
Well, Long Beach.
Yeah.
And, I mean, upon the photos that I've seen, I don't know about you, but that place looks so dingy to me.
Really?
Like, it just looks like nothing is there. It's so empty and hollow, and, like, it looks like it once had life. You know, have you guys ever seen those videos online about, like, what are they called? Like, free spaces? Limited space? Something like that. It's called, like, I saved a video on TikTok like that. I will go back and, like, look at it. But, I think it was called Limited Space or something, where it's just, like, these, like, various spaces that look eerie and nostalgic. Actually, I'm gonna show you a video now, so pause this. There was a moment of us fangirling over liminal spaces. Okay, hope you guys got a sneak peek.
Liminal spaces.
Liminal spaces, definitely not vig-ish. Yeah, so, liminal spaces, I mean, Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard just gives me, like, a liminal space vibe. Does it give you? Hold on. Now we're gonna Google photos of liminal of Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard.
Okay, so it looks like all of. Wait, what did I say?
Like like a Blue Bannisters.
If all of the things you showed me were like Taylor Swift albums, this would be like a Blue Bannisters.
Yeah, it would. I just showed Charlotte a TikTok from Elle. I think someone named Elle. I can't, like, there's nothing else. I'll look into it and, like, put credits or whatever. But someone named Elle apparently made a video about, like, Taylor Swift albums as liminal spaces, and I think this kind of looks like a pretty Blue Bannisters version, like Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard. Ironically looks like Blue Bannisters. So maybe wrong album, but I feel like those albums. Did you know there's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard and Blue Bannisters could be used interchangeably? And I feel like a lot of their songs could fit into each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
they have a similar vibe.
Yeah, they have a similar vibe, but I feel like the new album almost. Well, it's more of a concept album, and additionally, the new album has a few more upbeat, cooler songs. I mean, I feel like it also has a better ranking for me in Lana's albums. NFR Always reigns supreme, and NFR. Like Ultraviolence, Born to Die Paradise, those always reign supreme.
Yeah, those are my top 3.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like those are every Lana stand's top 3.
wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah, we shouldn't even be talking about. We need to get back on topic, but Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard is just this passageway to get to the beach, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but it's sealed now.
Yeah, it's sealed now.
But we saw the old pictures and it looked like absolutely gorgeous.
It did, and I think now the like abandoned feel to it kind of shows the like it kind of represents the "Don't forget me" kind of theme.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like a secret.
And I feel like what were you saying?
No one you can.
Okay. We're so nice. So I think the title is asking a question. It's asking you. So I feel like this song is addressed to the fans. So it's like, did you know there's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? And after it's been sealed up, would people know it? Would people know that there's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard?
Oh, I like that.
And that's kind of the theme of my analysis.
I also had mine addressed not necessarily to fans, but to like each individual person existing in the fan base, but also in the world. It's not like a conversation to her fans. Like, I think that Fingertips was at one point, with the whole astral body.
Yeah.
But, like, a conversation with every single person, but individually.
Oh.
Like, talking directly.
Okay.
And then Ocean Boulevard, obviously Long Beach. And it's, like, this secret dark passageway, right? To get to the beach, because now it's a liminal space.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know, so, like, if it's asking, did you know? It's like, let's go there.
Yeah.
And in my analysis, the tunnel is equal to the route home, wherever home is.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And then, should we start with the first line? Okay, well, the first line is just the repetition, so let's skip that. Mosaic ceilings, painted tiles on the walls. I think this is describing the tunnel, obviously. This is a great depiction of beauty that the tunnel once held, or it still holds, but not appreciated. Additionally, painted tiles on the wall take some time. That means people put time and effort to make this tunnel beautiful for the people who pass through it.
I like that. That's a good point you make. They do take a lot of time. So do mosaics.
Yeah, mosaics. Yeah, put the small pieces.
I did a mosaic once. I almost lost my mind.
Oh, mosaics are insane.
Definitely, they're like, it's beautiful, and they're made up of 1,000 of these little like broken or little pieces.
Little shards.
Each individual piece is beautiful, but like when you put it together, it makes it even more beautiful.
Yeah.
And some of the pieces may look more stereotypically beautiful than other pieces. And then all of these different pieces come together to make this beautiful mosaic.
Right.
And it's like the different moments in a life, like put together to make one whole life, which is why the tunnel is like the process of life. And then going through this tunnel, by her going through this tunnel, it's her going back in time, walking through the stages of her life and watching herself change in the mosaics.
Well, I kind of took it through the concept of the album, which is what she's entering the album right now. So she's going into a tunnel, and the tunnel is a depiction of like almost a burnout or being lost. And I feel like it's like she's gonna come out as something new, and that's the whole point of this album. So she's going into the tunnel, appreciating its beauty. She's like, I had this beauty myself. Mosaic ceilings, people put time, they invested the effort into me being this beautiful little goddess or whatever we want to deem Lana as. We'll deem her as our savior. I said it really nice. Kiwi, but savior. Wait, Kinda Out of Luck by Lana Del Rey, unreleased. Because we're just fans like that. Do you want to say anything about this line, or should we move on?
We can move on to the next line, which is, I can't help but feel somewhat like my body marred my soul.
So, should we define the word marred?
Think closer.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
Marred? Well,
marred. It means to spoil something.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I can't help to feel that my body marred my soul. Lana, as a physical being, what she's represented as an image, as what she is by her face, by her looks, that could ruin who she intends to be with her soul. And that reminds me of the lyric from Margaret, the soul that you bring to the table.
So
beautiful.
I have become obsessed with that song.
Yeah, Margaret.
Margaret.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I said a similar thing for that line. Like, she had a beautiful soul.
Right.
That was beautiful like the mosaics. Although there's not really relevance in that analogy. But then, like you said, her image, not just her image of her own body, but like the world's image of her body and her physical depiction and physical image, what she looks like, that became more important than her actual soul to people.
Right.
So.
And I think additionally, not just like that being more important, but that spoiling her intention, like her spoiling, and I feel like that's like, there was like something about like, fingertips where she talked about like her intentions, like my intentions. Grandfather. Yeah, so I feel like that's almost like spoiling the intention that she had, like her like trying to be a good person, and I think
like you lose yourself.
Yeah, you lose yourself, and I feel like she got caught up in that, so it spoiled herself, and she's aware of it. She's like, I would love to go back and like fix it all, like go back and avoid
go back through the tunnel and fix it all.
The tunnel. In my context, I feel like this is her going into a deep dive of her soul, like going through the tunnel is like going into a deep dive of figuring out who her soul really was. And I feel like that's Lizzie, because Lizzie is like her organic soul, and I feel like the song has a lot to do with Lizzie.
I feel like the whole album has a lot to do with
Lizzie. The whole album has a lot to do with Lizzie.
Okay, where were we?
Yeah.
A handmade beauty sealed up by two man-made walls.
Whew, that's a lot. Well, okay, so a handmade beauty could be a depiction of something Lana has created for herself. Lana has created a reputation for herself, but then people have adapted that, which leads to the two man-made walls. That is, like, they've closed who she really was. She's a handmade beauty as Lizzie, but then producers, people who help, like people in the industry, created these two man-made walls to create her a certain depiction.
Yeah, handmade goods are traditionally more like delicate and because if you make them by hand, it's like painstaking. You have
Right.
to be there and create the entire thing, whereas connotation
I like
is
that. And I
man-made.
didn't think of it like that.
Man-made is like humans created stuff to mass produce.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
a like handcrafted almost,
Yeah.
and that is symbolic of her soul. Like her soul is this
Yeah.
beautiful handmade thing that makes her her.
I love the connection.
Yeah.
The connection.
And then humanity, because of how it depicts her, has forced her to put up these man-made, mass-produced walls
Yeah.
that block her off from other people and
Mhm.
from connection and revealing
right.
the handmade beauty.
And then I'm like, when's it gonna be my turn? And what's it gonna be my turn? So that's the next line, pretty much. But I feel like this line can be taken a lot of ways.
How do you take?
And I kind of, well, I'm going to go in like reverse order. Well, I'll jump ahead a bit, so you can go first, actually.
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't really have significant. Actually, I will tell you what it means for my analysis, but like, there's not a lot of significance yet.
Yeah, same here. So I guess we could just jump
yeah.
ahead a little bit.
All right.
When's it gonna be my turn? Open me up. Tell me you like it. So my connection with that line is like, she's in the tunnel right now, but she's like, when are you going to see the real me? When are you gonna open up this tunnel so that you can come and find me? So I think in this song, the dependency is on her fans. The dependency is on her fans, and later on we see that in Kinsuki, she was the one who let the light in.
Mm-hmm.
But in this song, she's waiting for her fans to be the light. And so she's saying, when are you going to be my light? When are you going to open me up and tell me you like me as Lizzie, like who I am, not as just like born to die Lana Lolita kind of girl.
Yeah. Not the persona.
Not the persona. And then, I mean, what did you think? What was your context?
Well, the when's it gonna be my turn? I have that as like, when's it gonna be her turn to go home through the tunnel and go
I saw
back
that too.
to Lizzie? Yeah. And then for open me up, tell me you like it. It's like, I took it in. It's not necessarily a romantic connotation. It's more like
Innuendos.
not necessarily. It's like any sort of connection with a human. That sort of relationship.
Yeah. Like open me up.
Person to person sort of conversation.
Right.
Like break down the man-made walls that I have around my soul.
That's a great take.
And get me to tell you things that happened and like tell me that you like to listen and talk and actually like me for who I am, not the persona like you said.
Right. And then F me to death, love me until I love myself. Okay. I mean, I kind of thought of this in multiple ways. Definitely not in the PG-13 way.
Oh really? I just took it very straightforward.
Well, I would like to take it in an PG-13 way, keeping this podcast very, very as friendly as we can, especially because we're analyzing Lana Del Rey. But I think that first part of the line almost symbolizes like, remove this Lana persona from me, like completely F up this Lana persona. And then love me until I love myself.
That's so
how I took it. That's so. I didn't want to take it the other way, but I feel like that it could also work that way, because if you're loving someone so much.
Yeah, like. Then so basically ruin the Lana.
Yeah,
not
ruin the
like
like
completely obliterate it.
Yeah,
like take it away,
and
and then love what's left
until and I think a great supporting evidence for that in real life, and why I think this lyric is quite real, is because Lana has recently, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, she released Yes to Heaven, and that's one of her older songs, and we don't actually know like when she intended for that song to come out. I think people said Ultraviolence era, but it could have been way older than that. Like I feel like it could definitely fit into a lot of her older music, and that line itself could have, this line itself is showing that she's bringing it back already, and she's just waiting for people like us to let it like click in. And I mean, that's what we're doing for you guys, but Lana, see us. Pick us.
Oh my god.
Love us. We love you.
Okay, what's that? Oh, again.
Yeah.
There's a tunnel under.
And then, what did you think about the line? Is there anything else you wanted to say?
This one, it's more. I took it more like. This whole paragraph is like, well-rounded, fully developed human interaction.
Right.
Not the like superficial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very raw for her to just straight up
raw.
be like,
F me, but also love me.
Yeah. And then that goes into the second verse. There's a girl who sings Hotel California. What do we think? What did we think? I have a theory.
I like that song. That's what I think.
It's a great song.
What's your theory?
Well, I have a theory. I have the theory that the girl that she's referencing here is Lizzie.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And I was like, that's such a cool thought. Okay, well, so if there's that girl who sings Hotel California, not because she loves the notes or sounds that sound like Florida.
That to me is like vibes.
Yeah, that's vibes. And I feel like, well, we saw young Lizzie, not super young, but like
she went to Florida.
Yeah, she was living in Florida, and that's where she got the Lanita kind of thing. And I think in the last song she's like, that's why they call me Lanita. Read my gold necklace, I'm Lanita, or something like that. But I feel like Liz. Okay, so it went Lizzie, Lana, Lanita, because I feel like it's instead of. Okay, I'm sorry for going into this theory, but like, if she was Lizzie, now she's Lana. But I feel like now she's transitioning into Lanita, because even at the concert in Brazil, like, we could see Lanita coming out, which is just Lana's, like, more Latina personality. So I feel like instead of bringing back Lizzie, she's bringing back, like, a more reformed version of that, which is Lanita.
Interesting.
And I feel like Lanita is, like, a very Florida kind of thing, but she's trying to say, like, not because she loves the notes or sounds that sound like Florida, but I feel like she's trying to hide that. Like, she did like it because of that. Like, that was the original reason that pulled her in.
But now it's more than that.
But now, it's because she's in a world preserved. So Lana is almost jealous of this Lizzie. Like, she's like, I wish I could go back. Like, this is who I was. This is who I really am.
Interesting. I like that theory.
Did you want to say anything about this?
What song is that?
Which one?
Lanita something.
That's Blvd.
That's
why I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about it yet. That's the next episode, guys. So excited.
I was like, I have heard that so many times, I just can't isolate where, but now I know.
Spin it till no, not that lyric is such a like. I always think of it and I'm like, oh.
Which one?
Spin it till you whip it. No, I can't think of that line like cleanly, but
it's giving Bop It vibes.
Bop It?
You know the game?
I'm like, spin it, bop it, spin it. That's not very clean. Oh my god. Okay. remove all of that. Anyway, love that song, but I really like the part. She's like, me by. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I actually have the lyrics written here, so and we're gonna look at the lyric. Okay. She's like, that's why they call me Lanita. When I get down, I'm bonita. Don't come find me in Rosita. I'll go crazy. Read my gold chain, it says Lanita. When I'm a violet, it's Carlito's way. Blood on my feet on the street, I'm dancing crazy. Spin it till you. Spin it till you. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
We need to go back. But anyway, I'm excited to analyze that song, and I feel like that song. Okay, we should not go into theories of that song. Oh my god. This episode is gonna be chaos.
Okay,
so
wait.
Chaos.
Where were we? We were.
Yeah, we were still analyzing the second verse. Is there anything you would like to say about the second verse?
I also thought the young girl was like Lana Del Rey, but well, Lizzie, obviously.
Yeah, Lizzie.
And then let's see. The whole like world preserved is like she's.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like
living in a like sort of
a bubble.
When you look back, there's a whole thing where like looking through a what do you call it, snow globe of like memories. Yeah. It's like she's living in that perfect snow globe world
the tunnel is helping
not
her
perfect. Yeah,
go back and look at those. And I think what you're trying to say here is that she's looking back, but she looks back to how not exposed she was to all of the other like factors that Lana now experiences.
Yeah, like if you think about the glass
Lana has to go
aspect,
through.
like standing in the tunnel, she's looking at all of the different little pieces of that, of different parts of her life that are preserved. Because to some extent, anyone can look back at their past and think that life is preserved in memory. Because obviously you didn't know the things you know now then.
Yeah. And I think that's a great nod to the a lyric like coming up. Silver mirror. What did you find for that? Because
for silver, like reflective truth. And so that's like the symbolism of silver mirrors. So like when she's in the tunnel looking at all the things, they're reflecting the truth back at her. The truth of who she has always been deep down. And
I found a very different feeling.
Oh, what did you say?
Okay. I found like a silver mirror is a mirror that has been like spray painted silver so you can't see through the surface. Like you can't see what's on the other side, and I feel like that's what Lizzie was. Lizzie never saw what was coming for her as Lana, so she went head on. It was like a silver mirror, which is what she's saying. That life was like Camarillo, the place in California that she probably resided in when she first came to California before she went to VB. And then Silver Bear not being able to see what's ahead of her, and then running down the corridor, going head on. What did you think?
I also said Camarillo was like the first place she went,
Yeah.
or like some place that
Well,
she
we didn't
ended
know that
up.
for sure, but
Yeah, but like some place she ended up, she was there,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Well, I'm not home here."
Yeah, not home here, and then she kept going.
And then running down the corridor is like running home. Obviously, the silver mirrors are like the past.
Yeah.
She's looking at the glass of the past, and that is reflecting back at her.
Right. And then
Oh
says,
man.
Oh man. I feel like that's
The very deep lyric.
The very deep lyric. I feel like this is just like a casual phrase, like oh man. When's it gonna be my turn? Don't forget me. When's it gonna be my turn? Chorus. Don't forget me. There's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard. Verse 3.
This song.
I forgot the name of the song, but I remember researching.
It's called Don't Forget Me.
It is called Don't Forget Me?
Yeah, I listened to it. It's actually
It's
good.
more upbeat, right? It's a little bit.
Well, like it has a very slow intro.
Yeah.
It's such a Lana Del Rey song.
It is.
It's like Lana Del Rey if she was a man from the 70s.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So Harry Nelson, I think Harry Nelson is a profound artist for Lana. Like, I think Lana really likes Harry Nelson.
Yeah.
She's referred to him a few times in like interviews, I think. I can't remember, but
I think so.
But I feel like she has talked about Harry Nelson.
Yeah.
And like featuring him perhaps. And then she says Harry Nelson has a song. His voice breaks at 2:05. And
don't forget.
It really does, right?
It does. Yeah, you go to 2:05 and it does break. He
break.
sounds like very desperate. It's
Yeah.
very strained. But it's not like extremely noticeable. You don't notice it unless you've listened to it a lot or you listen to it looking for that voice break.
Yeah. And I feel like, okay, well, for this whole third verse, I kind of analyzed it as one. I didn't analyze each line because I think the first few lines are pretty straightforward. It's like Harry Nelson has a song, his voice breaks at 2:05. Something about the way he says "Don't forget me" makes me feel like, okay, that's cool. We get that. Like Lana feels relatable to Harry Nelson. Like she can feel that relation. And then I just wish I had a friend like him, someone to give me 5. And I feel like
that's a dog line.
It is?
Give me 5.
Give me 5. Well, I kind of took it as like when somebody gives you a high five, right? Like it that was the most lousy. It's because we're used to dabbing each other up. Anyway, like someone when someone gives you 5, it's kind of like a support.
Yeah,
but
it's exactly
like
what I
casual
said.
support.
Casual support.
And I feel like that's like a friendly version
I literally
of that
wrote
support.
want someone to be her pal.
Yeah. Hey, you're my pal. Pal.
Okay.
Sleepy fellow pal. That's her contact name, Sleepy Fellow. And I sleep more. Cause you wake up at you sleep at 2 a.m. and then wake up at 5:30. Like, what do you even do? 3 hours of sleep, Charlotte? That's bad. I woke up at 11. As soon as I woke up, I messaged back, yeah, come in half an hour. Like, I'll be fine. Come in half an hour. But yeah, so giving that support, meaning he's there, but he's not there to pressure her. Because when someone's there to give you 5, it's like, good job. It's someone there who's supporting you and not pressuring you to do other things. And that's one of the greatest people that you can have in your life. Someone who's not there to pressure you all the time.
Additionally, someone who understands what it's like to be famous.
And that's the relation that we're seeing here, Harry Nilsson and Lana Del Rey. And then
This
I just wish I had
second.
Oh, I love this part. I always thought it was Lenin in the back.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Or like Vladimir Lenin?
Yeah, that Vladimir Lenin.
Or John Lennon.
John Lennon, but actually it's leaning in the back, whispering in my ear, come on, baby.
You can that last line.
And then I like the part where she's like, but I can't. What's it gonna be back?
That, come on, baby, you can drive. It's so...
Yeah, it's so good. And like,
it's so like... Tom Petty, Bryan Adams, love child.
Yeah. Oh my god. After seeing Bryan Adams, I can definitely see it now. But it's very like, I love how like reckless it is.
Yeah.
It's like leaning in the back, whispering in my ear,
maybe you can drive.
Wait, is it Drive or Thrive?
I think it's Drive.
I wrote Thrive.
Maybe it's...
But for me, it works in as Thrive. I mean, it could be anything, because I remember looking at the Genius lyrics when the song first came out, and it was Lennon in the back whispering in my ear, come on baby, you can thrive.
Lennon?
Lennon. Like, I don't know who like, Lennon is, but it sounds clear.
Wait, how do they spell Lennon?
Lennon like Lennon.
Okay, so John.
Sure, John.
No, because Vladimir's N-I-N.
I don't, it doesn't even matter. Lennon could be like a random dude.
Don't we have someone whose name is Lennon?
In our school, yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's kind of odd.
That would be weird.
Hey,
No.
Are you a Lana Del Rey fan, Lennon? Shout out to Lennon. We're doing so many shout outs today.
We already did.
Imagine if you like watch your podcast and like play it in like the gym or something, and
that
like we get so freaked out. Like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't have PE with Lennon.
I don't have PE with Lennon either.
Okay.
I have PE with like the most peculiar people ever. I love PE. I mean, in the ways of getting to hang out with people, but not in the way of like PE, because PE sucks. Anyway, this needs to go in our 3 a.m. podcast.
Yeah.
It's not deserving.
What's happening? Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know. Anyway.
Focus.
Yeah, so I think Lennon leaning in the back, whispering in my ear, come on baby, you can thrive. And I feel like, once again, this is just giving her support. And like, this is, I feel like this is almost fans once again. These are the people who she wants to be there, telling her like, you can do this, we believe in you, Lana, we want you. But then she feels like there's this restriction in a way that people are not going to like Lanita, because Lanita has gotten a lot of hate. So that's what she's saying, but I can't. And I love like how like destroying, like crumbling the like, but I can't. It sounds like she's like crumbling into little pieces. But I crumble completely when you cry. Anyway, what did you think?
Why does like Lana Del Rey being friends with some badass old man seem like so perfect?
That's what Lana is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
old
the
soul.
Thing. Old soul.
To bring to the table. It's not even her soul that she's talking about. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, his song is called Don't Forget Me, and she wants to like connect through music to him, and she does feel connected through him like people do for her.
Right.
But she wants to have someone who knows how lonely it is to be this like musician who's famous, because when you're famous it looks amazing, but it must be lonely being in the top 5% of people, and regular people don't understand, and the world forgets famous people when they step back from being like constantly making new music or being on new TV shows. They get forgotten. Don't Forget Me, a song by a forgotten singer, because I didn't know who Harry Nilsson is before I looked him up. Lana is going home. She's going to go back to Lizzie or become Lanita, but she doesn't want people to forget Lana.
Who she was. Like, her
she wants them to remember Lana, but also accept Lanita.
Precisely.
And not forget Lana like they forgot Lizzie.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful analysis. And is there anything else you'd like to say about this last verse?
And then the end of the like leaning in the back.
Yeah, do you want to say anything?
That one is just like have actual companionship.
Right. I agree
with that. It doesn't even have to be with Harry Nilsson. It's just like someone
the fans
to casually support her, like the high five. That's what I put for high five too. Like someone to just be her pal and support her. I would support.
Now I don't know about you, but the rest of it I just kind of ignored because I was it's pretty much the same thing. Like it's don't forget me, don't forget me. Don't forget me. I mean, obviously it's beautiful when you listen to it like that, but for analysis' sake,
doesn't she like screech at some point?
Yeah, she's like, don't forget me. That sounds like a meow, Charlotte.
That was not a meow. That was a screech.
Don't forget. Okay.
Anyway.
Let's do an analysis rating. I'm going to say an 8.5.
I was gonna say 8.2.
So okay, yeah, it's a good analysis. I feel like there could have been a lot more things, but it's a great analysis. Song-wise,
7.5.
7. Yeah. You know what? I was also thinking what we should do. We still have a few more episodes to go before the finale, but I was thinking that we could just quickly share our A&W ratings because we're not going to be doing an episode about that.
Yeah.
So here are just our A&W analysis rate because we did analyze it, but we realized that it may not be completely appropriate to put on our PG-13 YouTube channel. But let's share some of our. Well, let's share an analysis rating
for A&W.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm going to have to go with like 9.8.
Yeah. 9.8.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like there are just like I love the Charlotte song, don't look back, babe. But there are like some parts in the beginning of the song which is like, wait, hold on, how does it start again? That's so long.
I haven't seen my mother since in a
and
long
like
time.
I haven't done a cartwheel. That part. I feel like that's so like, yeehaw. But yeah, it's a really good analysis. I think we came up with some great theories about that song. And
yours was so good. That was like the first song that I ever actually analyzed and gave a storyline to.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful storyline, and yours was amazing too. I think the way we collaborated on that song was so amazing. I wish we could have shared it online, perhaps in a few years, when we decide to share it properly. We can make it a little bit more PG, but right now I think, and with our teenage minds, we can't think about it in any other way. Additionally, our whole rating of the song, I'm going to have to give it like a solid 10.
Yeah, me too. No,
it's so good. It has the emotional depth,
and then it has the fun
Lizzie part of it, and I think it's the perfect encapsulation. Like if someone asked me who is Lana Del Rey, I'd be like either VB or A&W, because those are some of the most accurate depictions of who Lana is, or that.
VB is so iconic.
Yeah, VB is one of the most iconic songs. The guitar riffs, everything in it, the emotional depth. And another thing that we should converse now on our podcast is would you guys like us to do a VB analysis before we do VBX Taco Truck? So that, or do you want us to give a brief analysis, like a sentence song analysis before we do our VBX Taco Truck? Like we can do a sentence analysis at the beginning of the video, just so we have, like, you guys could get an idea, and then we can make a whole separate video just like explaining the whole VB. But I feel like the point of it is kind of lost from there. So I was thinking, would you guys like us to do a VB specific analysis? We could like take a small break, do VB, film VB, and then post Taco Truck.
Yeah, post Taco Truck. So we would do VB, and then we would do Taco Truck, and then we would only post Taco Truck.
Yeah. Well, no, we could just
post both.
Because
yeah.
I mean, I feel like if the viewers watch that and then they watch the second one, it'll be like consecutive.
Yeah.
And
so we can do a
good like
TTX VB part 1 and 2, and
then
it's just
part 1 and part 2.
I just like to call it that. It sounds official. TTX VB.
TTX VB. So yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll do 2 parts. One is going to be more of the focusing on the actual VB song, and the second is like the combination of both songs. And then we can do like in parentheses actual VB song. And then next up we're gonna have the grants and then the finale. So we're super excited that you guys stuck with us for this whole series.
Yes.
We were so excited to make it, and we are so excited to drop our 2 new series coming out soon. Midnight Till Dawn.
Yeah. And then 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Well, we're gonna...
Unrelated to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, unrelated to Taylor Swift 3 a.m. It's actually going to be called Why Are You Still Awake? And then we'll do some vault songs and songs from Speak Now as it comes out and gets released.
Not in the Why Are You Awake thing. Speak Now is separate.
Now, additionally...
we can do songs in Why Are You Awake, like random miscellaneous songs.
Yeah, we can definitely do any songs, recommendations.
Like Coco Melon. The most random stuff.
Yeah, you guys have to give us recommendations on what to put in our 3 a.m. podcast. And then additionally, I was thinking for Midnights, do we want to analyze every single song, because there are quite a lot of songs, or do we want to do it similar to Speak Now, where we analyze a couple of the songs that we think are like really important and have a lot of depth? I was thinking we could do something like that.
Yeah,
I feel like Lana's music, all pretty much the majority of it has depth musically, but I mean, Taylor Swift, Stay, Stay, Stay. What am I gonna analyze in Stay, Stay, Stay?
Yeah.
Stay, Stay, Stay. You think that it's funny when I'm mad? That, like, cute song. We love that, Taylor, but we want something that we can make tangible.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, we want to analyze something with a lot of depth. So we're gonna go over a few of the songs, but we probably won't go over all of them.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
If
like,
there's a specific one that you guys want us to go over, put it in our comments, and we will be sure to go over that. Because if you think that there's something to analyze in it, we will probably find something to analyze in that. That's how delulu of a fanatic we are.
I mean, as much as I love Veg-ish, it's not really
deep. It's I mean, there are some parts of it that could be deep, but we want to analyze something that could be taken with
in many contexts.
Yeah,
I love the storyline of that song.
Yeah,
but it's just
we could definitely
analytically the best.
Yeah.
Real estate.
So we digressed a bunch, but
yeah, this is so chaotic.
Yeah.
What song did we even do today? We did title track, and now we're talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I think this is the 41 minutes. Okay, cool. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good day.
Always be overthinking.
Yes, and thank you for listening to the Bookbinders.
Woo! Woohoo!